Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Understanding and Handling Deprecated Code, a comprehensive guide. The message deprecated, see description for new version is a common sight in software development. It indicates that a particular function, class, method, or module is no longer the preferred way to accomplish a task and will likely be removed in a future release. It's a signal to migrate your code to the suggested alternative to maintain compatibility and leverage newer, improved functionalities. Ignoring deprecation warnings can lead to broken code in future updates. This tutorial will delve into 1. What deprecation means and why it happens. 2. Understanding deprecation messages. 3. Identifying deprecated code in your projects. 4. Strategies for handling deprecated code. 5. Real-world examples with code, Python and JavaScript. 6. Tools and techniques for automated deprecation handling. 7. Best practices for deprecating your own code. 8. The importance of testing after deprecation mitigation. 9. Conclusion. 1. What deprecation means and why it happens. Definition. Deprecation is the process of phasing out functionality in a software system. A deprecated feature is still functional in the current version but marked as discouraged for use. It's a warning that the functionality will be removed in a future release. Reasons for deprecation. Improved alternatives. A better, more efficient, or more secure approach to accomplishing a task becomes available. The old method is deprecated in favor of the new one. Security concerns. The old code might have vulnerabilities that can't be easily fixed, making deprecation a necessary measure. Code refactoring / simplification. Deprecation can be part of a larger effort to clean up the code base, remove redundancies, and improve maintainability. API changes. When an API is redesigned, some existing functions might become obsolete or require significant changes, leading to deprecation. Performance optimization. Newer techniques might offer significant performance gains, leading to the deprecation of older, slower methods. Breaking dependencies. External libraries or dependencies the old code relied on may no longer be actively supported. Key idea. Deprecation is a gradual process. It's not immediate removal. It gives developers time to adapt their code. 2. Understanding deprecation messages. Deprecation messages often contain valuable information. The deprecated item. The specific function, class, or variable that is being deprecated, example os.path.walk. The replacement. The recommended alternative or newer version of the functionality, example os.walk. The version of deprecation. The version of the software in which the deprecation was introduced. This helps you track down the change and understand the context. Why it's deprecated. Sometimes, the message includes a brief explanation of the reasons for deprecation. Future removal. A warning about when the deprecated code will be removed completely. Example message, Python. Example message, JavaScript. Important note. The exact format and content of deprecation messages may vary depending on the language, library, and the specific situation. 3. Identifying deprecated code in your projects. Running your code. Deprecation warnings are often triggered when you run your code. Pay attention to the console output and error messages. Static analysis tools. These tools can analyze your code base and identify instances of deprecated code without actually running the program. Examples include linters. Many linters, example pylint for Python, ESLint for JavaScript, have rules to detect deprecated code. You need to configure them to enable these rules. *ids *some ids, example VS Code, PyCharm, IntelliJ IDEA, can display deprecation warnings directly in the editor. *dedicated deprecation analyzers * there might be specialized tools for specific libraries or frameworks. Code reviews make sure code reviewers are aware of deprecation policies and can flag deprecated code during the review process. Dependency checkers tools like npm audit, for Node.js, and pip-check, for Python, will flag dependencies with known vulnerabilities, some of which may arise from deprecated components. Updating your dependencies is an important security practice. 4. Strategies for handling deprecated code ***. The main goal is to replace the deprecated code with the suggested alternative. Here's a structured approach. 1. Understand the deprecation message ***. Carefully read the message to identify the deprecated item, the recommended replacement, and the reasons for the change. 2. Research the replacement ***. Thoroughly understand how the new code works. Read the documentation, look at examples, and experiment with the new functionality. 3. Plan the migration ***. Decide how you will update your code. Consider factors like ***scope ***. How many places in your code base use the deprecated code? **complexity ***. How difficult will it be to switch to the new code? *testing ***. How will you ensure that the changes don't introduce new bugs? 4. Implement the changes ***. Replace the deprecated code with the new code, following the best practices for your language and framework. 5. Test thoroughly ***. Run comprehensive tests to ensure that your code continues to work as expected after the changes. Pay special attention to edge cases and boundary conditions. 6. Document the changes ***. Update your code's documentation to reflect the changes. 5. Real-world examples with code ***. Python example ***. JavaScript example ***. Explanation of the Python example ***. The first example replaces erlib.erlopen with erlib.request.erlopen, which is the standard library method for making HTTP requests in Python 3. Error handling is also included. The second example replaces os.path.walk with os.walk. os.walk is the preferred way to traverse directory trees in Python and returns iterators for each directory it walks through, making it more efficient. Explanation of the JavaScript example ***. The first example replaces date.parse, which is often unreliable without careful format checking, with moment, from the moment.js library. Using moment, or datefns, gives more control and predictability in date parsing and formatting. Note, moment.js is itself in maintenance mode, so consider datefns or Luxon for new projects. The second example demonstrates the move from the older url.parse to the modern URL constructor and URL search params. This provides a cleaner and more standard API for working with URLs. 6. Tools and techniques for automated deprecation handling ***. Code mods * tools like JSCodeshift, for JavaScript, and rope, for Python, allow you to automate large-scale code transformations. You can write scripts that automatically replace deprecated code with the new code. These can significantly reduce the effort involved in migrating large code bases. Linters with auto-fix linters, like ESLint and PyLint, with auto-fix capabilities can automatically correct certain types of deprecation issues. Asterisk refactoring tools in IDEs. Asterisk IDEs often provide refactoring tools that can help you automatically rename variables, extract methods, and perform other code transformations that are useful for deprecation handling. Asterisk dependency management tools. Asterisk tools like npm and pip can help you identify dependencies that use deprecated code. Updating these dependencies can sometimes resolve deprecation issues in your own code. 7. Best practices for deprecating your own code when creating libraries/frameworks. If you are developing a library or framework, you might need to deprecate some of your own code. Here's how to do it responsibly. Asterisk provide clear deprecation warnings. Asterisk include informative deprecation messages that tell users what is being deprecated, why, and what the replacement is. Asterisk deprecate gradually. Asterisk don't remove deprecated code immediately. Give users enough time to adapt their code. Consider a deprecation period of at least one major release cycle. Asterisk document deprecations. Asterisk clearly document the deprecations in your API documentation. Asterisk use decorators/annotations. Asterisk in languages that support them, like Python and Java, use decorators or annotations to mark code as deprecated. This makes it easier for users to identify deprecated code. Asterisk provide migration guides. Asterisk create detailed migration guides that explain how to switch from the deprecated code to the new code. Asterisk version control. Asterisk use semantic versioning to indicate breaking changes, including deprecations that lead to removals, in your releases. Python example of deprecating a function. Asterisk. JavaScript example of deprecating a function. Asterisk. 8. The importance of testing after deprecation mitigation. Asterisk. Thorough testing is essential after replacing deprecated code. Even if you think you've made a straightforward change, subtle differences between the old and new code can introduce bugs. Unit tests. Write unit tests to verify that individual functions and methods work correctly after the changes. Integration tests. Write integration tests to verify that different parts of your system work together correctly after the changes. End-to-end tests. Write end-to-end tests to verify that the entire system works correctly after the changes. Regression tests. Run regression tests to ensure that you haven't introduced any new bugs into existing functionality. Consider canary deployments. If possible, deploy the changes to a small subset of users first, canary deployment, to identify any potential problems before rolling out the changes to everyone. 9. Conclusion. Handling deprecated code is an essential part of software development. By understanding the reasons for deprecation, identifying deprecated code in your projects, and migrating to the suggested alternatives, you can ensure that your code remains compatible, secure, and maintainable. Remember to test your code thoroughly after making any changes to avoid introducing new bugs. Deprecation is a process of evolution, and by embracing it, you can keep your code up to date and take advantage of the latest improvements in the software ecosystem. Understanding and handling deprecated code, a comprehensive guide. The message deprecated, see description for new version is a common sight in software development. It indicates that a particular function, class, method, or even an entire module is no longer the preferred way to accomplish a task and is slated for removal in a future version of the software. This tutorial aims to provide a comprehensive understanding of code deprecation, its reasons, best practices for handling deprecated code, and how to effectively utilize descriptions for newer versions with code examples. What is code deprecation? Code deprecation is the process of marking existing functionality as no longer recommended for use. It signals to developers that an alternative, improved, or more secure method is available and that the deprecated functionality might be removed in the future. It's a vital part of the software evolution process, allowing developers to introduce better solutions while giving users time to adapt their code bases. Key characteristics of deprecation asterisk. Asterisk signaling intent asterisk deprecation isn't just about announcing the availability of a new feature. It's a deliberate declaration that the old feature should be phased out. Asterisk transition period asterisk deprecation provides a crucial transition period. This allows developers to migrate their code gradually without abruptly breaking compatibility. Asterisk documentation is key asterisk the deprecation announcement should always include clear documentation explaining why the code is deprecated, what the alternative is, and how to migrate. Asterisk removal timeline, ideally although not always specified, a good deprecation notice will ideally include an estimated timeline for when the deprecated functionality will be removed. This gives developers a concrete deadline to work towards. 2. Why is code deprecation necessary? Deprecation serves several critical purposes in software development. 1. Improved functionality and performance asterisk newer versions often introduce more efficient algorithms, optimized code structures, and enhanced performance. Deprecating older, less efficient methods encourages adoption of these improvements. 2. Security enhancements asterisk security vulnerabilities are constantly being discovered and addressed. Deprecating older methods that might be susceptible to known exploits is crucial for maintaining the overall security of the software. 3. API evolution and simplification asterisk software APIs often evolve as developers gain a better understanding of how the API is used and what features are needed. Deprecation allows developers to streamline the API, remove redundancies, and introduce more intuitive interfaces. 4. Removal of technical debt asterisk over time, code bases can accumulate technical debt, inefficient or poorly designed code that is difficult to maintain. Deprecation provides a mechanism to retire these problematic sections and replace them with cleaner, more maintainable alternatives. 5. Breaking changes with grace asterisk sometimes, significant changes in functionality are necessary, but directly removing the old functionality would break existing code. Deprecation acts as a bridge, allowing developers to introduce the new functionality while providing a warning and migration path for users of the old functionality. 6. Consistency and maintainability asterisk deprecation can help enforce a more consistent coding style and reduce the complexity of maintaining a large code base by consolidating similar functionalities into a single, well-maintained function or class. 3. How deprecation is implemented, code examples. The specific mechanism for implementing deprecation varies depending on the programming language and framework used. Here are some common approaches. A. Python asterisk. Python provides the warnings module for issuing deprecation warnings. The deprecation warning is the standard warning type to use. Explanation asterisk. 1. Import warnings asterisk imports the warnings module. 2. Warnings.warn asterisk this is the core function for issuing a warning. Asterisk the first argument is the warning message, which should clearly explain that the function is deprecated and what to use instead. Asterisk the second argument is the type of warning. Deprecation warning is the standard for deprecations. 3. At deprecated decorator, using a library for a more concise and readable way to mark functions as deprecated, consider using a decorator from a library like deprecated. B. Java asterisk. Java uses the at deprecated annotation. Explanation asterisk. 1. At deprecated annotation asterisk this annotation marks the old method as deprecated. The Java compiler will issue a warning when old method is used. 2. At deprecated javadoc tag asterisk the javadoc tag at deprecated should be used in the method's documentation to explain the reason for deprecation and suggest the alternative, at link new method. This provides valuable information for developers using the API. See JavaScript and TypeScript. JavaScript doesn't have a built-in mechanism for deprecation, but you can use console.warn for a simple warning. Explanation asterisk. 1. Console.warn asterisk prints a warning message to the browser's or Node.js console. It's a simple way to indicate deprecation. 2. JSDoc at deprecated using JSDoc comments, especially in TypeScript, allows IDEs and documentation generators to recognize and display the deprecation status. The @link new function tag creates a link to the recommended replacement function within the generated documentation. 4. Handling deprecated code in your projects, best practices. Encountering deprecated code is inevitable. Here's a structured approach to dealing with it effectively. 1. Recognize and understand the warning asterisk. Pay attention to deprecation warnings emitted by your compiler, IDE, or runtime environment. Read the warning message carefully to understand. Asterisk what is deprecated asterisk which function, class, or module is being deprecated. Asterisk why it is deprecated asterisk what are the reasons behind the deprecation, example security vulnerability, performance improvement, API redesign? Asterisk what is the alternative asterisk which function, class, or module should you use instead? Asterisk when will it be removed asterisk is there a planned removal date? This helps prioritize your migration efforts. 2. Plan your migration asterisk create a plan to replace the deprecated code with the recommended alternative. Consider asterisk scope of the change asterisk how many places in your code base use the deprecated functionality. Asterisk complexity of the migration asterisk how difficult is it to switch to the new alternative? Are there significant API differences or code refactoring required? Asterisk testing asterisk ensure that your migration is thoroughly tested to avoid introducing regressions. 3. Prioritize deprecation warnings asterisk treat deprecation warnings as important issues in your code. Don't just ignore them. Prioritize fixing them based on the urgency indicated in the message and the criticality of the code using the deprecated features. 4. Refactor incrementally asterisk if possible, refactor your code incrementally, replacing the deprecated functionality in small, manageable steps. This reduces the risk of introducing errors and makes the migration process easier to manage. 5. Update dependencies asterisk deprecated code often originates from third-party libraries or frameworks. Keep your dependencies up to date to benefit from bug fixes, security enhancements, and the latest APIs, which may include replacements for deprecated functionality. 6. Use automated refactoring tools. If available, some IDEs and code analysis tools provide automated refactoring capabilities that can help you replace deprecated code with the recommended alternative. These tools can significantly speed up the migration process. 7. Document your changes asterisk when you replace deprecated code, document the changes you made. This will help you and your team understand why the code was modified and how the new functionality works. Also, update your own API documentation to reflect these changes if applicable. 8. Consider backwards compatibility asterisk when deprecating your own code, think carefully about backwards compatibility. Provide a reasonable transition period and clearly communicate the deprecation and the available alternatives to your users. Avoid abrupt removals of deprecated functionality if possible. 9. Use linting and static analysis tools asterisk configure linting tools and static analysis tools to detect deprecated code automatically and warn you about its usage during development. This helps prevent new code from using deprecated functionality. 10. Write clear and informative deprecation messages. When deprecating your own code, make sure your deprecation messages are clear, informative, and actionable. Provide the reason for the deprecation, the recommended alternative, and any relevant migration instructions. Deprecated versus obsolete, a clarification. It's important to distinguish between deprecated and obsolete. Deprecated still functional, but no longer recommended and slated for removal in the future. A migration path exists. Obsolete no longer functional. It has been removed from the code base. Using it will typically result in an error. Deprecation is a precursor to obsolescence. The goal of deprecation is to provide a transition period before something becomes obsolete. 6. Conclusion. Handling deprecated code effectively is a crucial aspect of software maintenance and evolution. By understanding the reasons behind deprecation, following best practices for migration, and utilizing the information provided in deprecation messages, you can ensure that your code base remains up-to-date, secure, and maintainable. Remember that deprecation is not an indication of a problem, but rather a signal that the software is evolving and improving. Embrace these changes and proactively address deprecation warnings to keep your projects healthy and sustainable.